Welcome to the 12/3 SPX Dark Matter Stock Market Brief. Let's go ahead and jump right in. Uh, Before we dig into kind of the updated information, just wanted to share uh, here at 5:29 p.m. Eastern earlier this evening. We basically came, out with our analysis in detail, shared our key levels as we normally would, and we essentially came out with downside 6820, which is your 6830 SPX or ES level there. And then we also had 6840 as well, 6845 as another level. And so, what has changed? What has occurred since this analysis? So basically, our analysis was, our bias were a little bit bearish here. So sell rips essentially is how I would say my view of the world is. But you've got dip buying in kind of the 6820, 6830 zone. And then you have a lot of resistance, basically 6850 and above is what I would say there. So, but the key takeaway going in for today is that, essentially you're going to be bounded by these two ranges here, in my opinion, unless you get some volatility of some kind, you know, less volatility. I just see as hard breaking the lows of the VIX where we're at right now without something. But if you do see that VIX rise or something negative, obviously, you lose 6820, 6800 SPX. It's going to get pretty nasty pretty quick. So if we go into the charts here and just take a look at this. So our overnight action, we hit a low here. Approximately our low was 6837. So that is 6827 on the SPX, about a 10-point conversion there. So that hit right into our support zone, as we discussed, and we came right out of that support zone. And dealers do what they do. They bought right out of a critical set of gamma support that was there, and you got the gamma buying that occurred. We didn't quite get to 6850. Expect that in futures action. I would even say that that was probably a tough level, just looking at the volume profile over here as well. So anyway, clearly we have resistance, as we said, 6850 and above. So that is kind of, if you want a trend-setting bullish run, you can't do this like we had today, right? You break, you tease it, but you can't even get a 30-minute candle close to basically go above it. So you want to see volume, you want to see the rate of change. If you notice here, even with the rate of change, we didn't even peak to the top, right? So that is what I would keep in mind here. So let's now jump into the most latest update here that I shared approximately about 17 minutes ago. So we've hit resistance. Our zero DTE, non-zero DTE analysis basically just shows that we're more bearish at that 6850 level and above. And you shouldn't be taking any failed breakouts or failed breakdowns. Expect chop, and you should see some mean reversion into 6820. I would say right now, we'll kind of jump into it here. What you'll see is from a Greek standpoint, there's more negative Vanna. I mean, holy cow, if you all right, yeah. So if you take a look at, I mean, just look at all this negative Vanna. So you just get any volatility to increase. You can clearly see what your bias is here, and as we increase in volatility, you'll see us get dragged back to the 6820 level right here. Now, of course, we get more volatility. We can obviously keep going down, but I don't see any catalysts, at least once planned thus far. So I don't think that's a concern. But if you even take a look at your all expiration view, right? Just all negative Vanna. And then if we even take a look at our gamma over here, we are in some positive gamma. We were, as we were trying to rally there, enter into negative gamma. Obviously more volatility expected as we get into here. A lot of, you know, quick up and down moves, and but as we enter into this positive gamma here, even if we're selling, it is a control sell off. And you're kind of big levels here in terms of, once again, 68.25, which is around that level, that key level of 68.20 we were discussing. And then 6,800 is a big gamma level here. If we even take a look at the weekly, kind of tells you similar story here as well. All right, so going back, I would say I'll come back to the charts here. We'll kind of trace our way back. But again, our bias continues to be short term, a little bit bearish here, at least on an intraday. Uh, at least going forward, I think there's a dip to be bought here. And if we could, continue to, as I said in last night's video, if we can get, a move that gets us down over in this zone here, would love to buy that dip. I think that would be a great opportunity. Now, if we have a larger catalyst, say PC on Friday goes bad, even going down to 6,700, which, would take out last week's weekly point of control, that puts you basically somewhere right around here at the extremes. So again, there's opportunities here in the market. I just don't think taking the long from up here is an acceptable move. I would wait, obviously, for it to come down and take that. So if we were to jump into that, uh, failed breakouts at 68.50 are going to just guide you back towards 68.20. There are some intermediate levels here, so let's take a look at some of those trade ideas. All right, so the best short trade idea is that 68.50. So if you missed it, or we didn't quite get there besides a couple points exactly, but that was your best short idea on the day. Give it about a 78% probability. You have I showed you all that Vanna there. You have that negative gamma cluster above, as we saw there. And just from a technical standpoint, we keep rejecting those highs. Now, uh, as we look at that, so if you enter, obviously your risk management stop loss is where you would like it to be. But targets, you're looking at 68.35, so that's 68.45 ES, and then 68.20 or 68.30 ES. If we were to get even further move, I would just be careful shorting below 20, maybe leave runners. You could hit that 68.10 or 68.20 ES. Again, that is a little bit outside of the boundaries, and I think, take profit, leave runners. The next one is if we had gotten past 68.50, you just keep shorting 68.60 then. So again, another high probability there. On the long side, what you want to look at is basically 68.20 ES. So that's about 68.10 SPX. We see a trade in that zone here. Essentially, this is where you have all that gamma we saw, right? Charm, Phillips more positive at this level. Excuse me there. So your entry is 68.10. Keep your risk management where it is, and then you'd be targeting again 68.30, 68.50. The other is if we did have even a spike below it, go retest 6,800, that would be another long there to take with similar targets as well. You'd be, maybe at 68.20 SPX. Have to look at the zero DTE data at that point, and then, to the upside, you'd be at like around 68.40, 35 for that. All right. So again, if we go to the charts, kind of look at it here, again, we're very much inside of last week's action, right? We have not broken, expect choppy conditions, right? I think we saw that with all the Gamma and Vanna as well. If you take a look at this one candle here, I would, I think this is right. Either I think there's some data or the Trump administration went live. Uh, this candle here is essentially, if you want to look at it from a technical analysis, this is now essentially your control, right? This candle is controlling the market at this point. Won't allow anything to go below it. You see here, quick buyers as it attempted, and it's not letting anything go above it as well. So anything in between here, you just have to play level to level, take your profits, keep your risk tight. If you're wrong, you're wrong, enter again, kind of mentality. So with that, the first short we'll take here, again, I'm kind of just highlighting this zone. If we look at the volume profile, we kind of net out at about 68.46. So that is the first target here. If you do break down out of 35, you can kind of see here, we do have a naked value area low here from Monday that has not been tested. So that puts you right at that 68.20 level. So once again, the recap, short 50 takes you to 35, you know, 68.35 SPX or 68.45 ES would even just say, watch this 2 point level here. You could see some choppiness as it tries to actually get to 35. And then your secondary target here is your 68.20, which aligns pretty well with this volume profile. Naked value area low here from yesterday. Below that, again, you can kind of see lots of traffic here. Uh, again, your control bar here, your volume profile, your dealer levels as well. With that, have a good rest of your evening and trade well and trade with the data. Take care.